I had a really extensive morning.
Oh, how about your morning?
I had to run around, get this, go to the bank, flip that around, change that account, all this.
What?
So my bank, I have
That sound like some fraud shit.
not some fraud. I
Mhm.
promise you, I'm not. Look, we not with that.
I'm like, what? You
But
had to do what?
my bank, I had investors, but they are merging or they already merged. So I have citizens now.
Hmm.
What bank you got?
I got Wells Fargo, unfortunately.
Oh, you got well. See, I'm trying to work there. I just put it. I put in an application this morning too. I was doing everything this morning because I just had to make sure everything is good, and I had to go into work for 3 hours because somebody was like, "Oh my god, I can't come in. Like, I need you to come in like this first half." I'm like,
What? No.
I did it because I'm trying to be that team player, but
And the coins.
I'm trying to get the coins too because they've been paying well this time around too. I was like, "Ooh,
Mm-mm.
I'm over here doing my lip while I'm doing this podcast, child. I forgot.
It's
How pe-
okay because I'm eating.
Not to eat a child. We in mid record. Um. So yeah, like, how was your week? How was your week? Because I know it's been. I'll
My
let you.
week was pretty good. Um, Not too busy. I actually quit my job.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Well, hold on.
Yep, I quit it.
You quit. What happened? Well, you just got tired of it, or
I've been tired of that place, but I actually got like an offer for another job.
oh, okay.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, it felt good too because I was like, yes.
I ain't got to worry about going in. I ain't got to.
I put my
I'm
two
here.
weeks in and said, okay,
You put your 2 weeks in. Okay. Okay.
I'm not that crazy. I didn't just up and was like, oh yeah, fuck you guys.
Right,
No.
right. You got to get some things situated beforehand.
Hmm.
Sit there and do what we got to do. My week was okay. It was very draining. I had to actually cancel the Friday live because when I tell you I got out that job, they had me go work at another location. That location was crazy. So I came home. I was tired. I ended up leaving my charger over. That's why I had to go up there today to retrieve that because we can't have a dead phone.
Mm-mm. That's
So,
crazy.
right. So I was just like, you know what? I wasn't gonna go live. I was gonna, wait till we do episode 183, which is right now. Hey you guys, how you doing?
Hey.
I love to come in here and set the mood before we get into the topics, child. But it really wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot of things to get into. I mean, work and home. Like I said, when I'm back home, I just be going through the motions, child. I'll just be dead. Okay. But I don't know. I think I'm good. I love my Saturdays because we get to really talk and be on the podcast, and it's kind of like soothing to me in a way. It's like you know,
Me too.
glad to get back into the space and
It's
stuff.
like church.
Not like church, not like the shade room, child. Because shade. We'll get into that, child. I just did a TikTok video on that of how they posted Doja Cat's pictures because Doja Cat did like a photo shoot and she was wearing like the devil horns and stuff and it was red and all that.
Hmm.
They posted it, deleted it, and this we're not getting into topics. I'm just telling you, but they made a post afterwards saying, "Oh no, we stand with God, and we do this. We're not about that." I'm like, girl, as much as hate and toxicity that y'all be spewing on y'all pages, let's be very clear. And we talk about celebrity gossip too, and we get
Hmm.
into celebrities, but we got some damn decorum, okay?
No, for real.
Shane, I was like, when I looked at that, I had a double take. I made a whole TikTok video about that this morning. I'm like, ain't no way in the world y'all over here, y'all acting like y'all acting, but then want to be like, oh my God, praise Lord. Girl, you're
Being
lying to God.
judgmental.
Not y'all lying to God right now in his face.
Being judgmental as hell.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, so that was my morning. That was my week. My week. I don't know. Hopefully I get it'll be a better week next time, but I don't think so. Any week you gotta work 40 hours. That is not a good time. I mean, that's bad time.
I feel you.
But anyway, without further ado, let's get into these topics. So I did want to I wanted to talk about Cardi B and her being on the wrong side of an argument yet again, child, with the whole big groove TikTok sensation. We'll get into that.
Mhm.
Then we're gonna get into Tommie Lee and her mess, what she's been going through, what she's been not going through, what she's been doing, and how she's acting. Then we'll talk about Chris Brown working with Chloe. I didn't hear the song. I was supposed to hear it before I got on here, but my bad. We're
Oh,
gonna
I
talk about
didn't hear it
SZA.
either.
You didn't hear it either? Okay. Well, we can't play it because copyright issues. SZA, her situation, Nicki coming back, and Latto trying to anyway. Drake retiring, and like, is it gay for like dudes to smoke hookahs? Like that was a conversation this week on Twitter that got Saucy Santana talking and everybody else on social media. I'm just like, what do we do? Yeah, no, this is a real topic. This is a so anyway, we'll get into it. But first, let's start talking about Miss Cardi B, okay?
Cardi, that's my
Yeah.
girl.
That's your girl.
I love Cardi.
I might have to get into her a little bit. You ain't gonna fight me on it, honey, because I know you like the tussle.
Because I know you like to touch.
Like, nah, you don't like. I know you look.
I'm
No, 'cause
dead.
I told you the topic the other day. I was like, I was getting in the car. She was like, yeah, well, I was like, oh, okay, hold on. I got a party gang, honey, party gang.
I love Cardi. She's so
No.
funny.
So the rapper was getting dragged on the internet as per usual. She always gets dragged on the internet, child.
Mhm.
This time for being on the wrong side of an argument. So recently, she went on a rant on live to talk about these two TikTok creators, Big Groove and the Chicken Boy. Now, for those who may not know, Big Groove, he's that big dancing dude that be looking. I don't want to say he look like a gorilla because that's like anti-black, but I mean, well, he calls himself Donkey Kong and was dressing like Donkey Kong, so I mean, the shoe fits wear it. But he's known for like going into these spaces and these restaurants and like dancing, like he just randomly dancing. And now his new thing now is like eating like large consumptions of like food and calling it like shark bite. Chicken Boy doesn't need any introduction.
I
He's
don't know Chicken Boy.
you know of him.
I don't know him.
He's kind of new. He's newer than the Big Groove guy. I mean, but he basically he does this thing where he like eats chicken and it's like, oh my god, like it's very minstrelsy. Like it's very much. You ever seen that girl on TikTok that just be eating watermelons? Like this girl be fantasizing off of watermelons.
Lord, I never heard. I don't know. Maybe I don't
Literally.
watch enough TikTok.
Well, I live on TikTok, honey, because that's when they pay me over there, child. So I gotta give them, I gotta give them something. But let me see where we at with this story. Well, Cardi didn't like the fact that people were trying to start a petition to ban these creators from TikTok. And she went live saying that, oh, it's just cheesy and corny content. What's wrong with that? This is a crab in a bucket. This is crab in a bucket mentality, basically.
Okay.
So that's what she said, and a lot of people felt like, Cardi, maybe you don't understand the context of like what they're doing. Obviously, I said this earlier. This is like a form of minstrelsy. This is basically what they did, what white people do back in the day when they put in blackface and they were eating chicken and watermelon. And there were some black actors back in that day too that participated in that for a check. I don't blame them because that's all the work that they had back then. But we're talking about now, and these TikTok creators, it's not just cringy. It's demeaning, and they're doing it because they're doing it in these white spaces, so they know they're going to get a lot of attention. Unfortunately, on TikTok highlights black creators that make content like this. We can run by comparisons of content creators that are more for, I wouldn't say social justice, but like that talk more on black topics, as opposed to the ones that are for entertainment, like the King Botches or the Big Grooves of the world that sit there and post like cringy videos, but also that has this layered with minstrelsy. And I think that's what people were talking about. Cardi doesn't get that concept because Cardi is, and I hate to say it, Actually, I don't hate to say it. The girl not black, and even if she was, she just doesn't get that. She just doesn't get it because I think
Right.
she also plays a part in it. Because let's be clear, now her speaking Ebonics and stuff like that. That's what she picked up when she was living in the hood. I can't say that this is a front or an act, but she became viral and big for her personality that is, kooky and we should say ghetto-esque.
Ghetto-esque. It's like,
What?
nah.
What do you mean by that?
I
Well,
wasn't going to attack you.
I'm just saying, like, of course Cardi would say, like, this is not good and this is stopping people's bags. When you participate in this type of content, and it's essentially.
Mm.
But you ain't got to say.
I don't got no words.
You ain't got no words.
Like, nah, like you're saying, she probably might not know. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, all that. I mean, the public is gonna attack anyway. She built for this, so I don't have nothing to say. I'm done.
Not your done.
I'm done.
I think she also went in her response too, because a lot of the blog started to post her as it started to trend, and she was essentially saying, "Oh well, what about how Jake Paul he made cringy videos back in the day? I don't know if you either Jake or Logan Paul. I don't know. They were brothers or whatever, and they did a lot of posts back in the day, back in the Vine days. I don't know if you remember.
I don't know
But
them.
you don't know the child. You don't know them. Oh my god. I mean, you had to been there. Like, but he did do a lot of cringy videos as well. But it was not demeaning to his race. Like, he would just do stupid shit. Like, he would. It was not in the way that, in comparison to what Big Groove and this Chicken Boy does, I should say, because it
Chicken
was.
boy. Like, I just can't get over like it's somebody out here called Chicken Boy.
No, I mean, yeah, that's just it. Yeah, that's what he did.
I'm gonna
Look,
find him on TikTok.
now I'm gonna find him on TikTok channel. You better look. He literally, that's all his content is. He goes to different restaurants, and I guess it's for, because it's following for promotional reasons. You go to a restaurant that serves chicken, give him a dish, and then he'll just act a fool. Like, oh my god, the chicken is so good, in the way he eats it, like what?
I gotta watch this, man. I'm trying to
No,
go down a rabbit hole.
not the rabbit hole, child. But my thing is this, and then she also brings up like Mr. Beast, but Mr. Beast, I don't know what his content was before, but I know what he does now is he does a lot of he helps communities and stuff like that, because he's such a big creator. Like, he's like one of the top YouTubers, I believe, on the website. So, I mean, his content is not cringy. It's just more or less like helping others or whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know these people too much, but I do know the level of cringe is not that much. Like, white people don't have to do much just to get attention on TikTok and to be famous on TikTok. Let's be very clear. There's different variations of white creators that do different things, but it seems to be the only time a black person in I should say any app, whether we're talking Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, like, you have to be these caricatures, while white creators are able to be anything they want. You get what I'm saying? Like, they can thrive in the beauty community. They can thrive in political commentary or just something else in that nature. But to be a successful black creator, you have to basically just like be this caricature or be this character that Big Groove and, like I said, the Chicken Boy has to offer. And I think that's
It's
just
just I'm sorry for that. This is Chicken Boy for me. There's really somebody out there named Chicken Boy. Jesus.
I think what happened with Cardi, I think that she saw herself in these creators and got offended.
She probably did. I mean, that's usually how it happens. If it doesn't, it I don't know, it tapped into something. Like, bitch, how you think I got here? Type
Exactly.
shit.
But I think it was acceptable for her because she did it in a way, she was rapping. Like, no one really came for her. She wasn't doing what they were doing. You get what I'm saying? It was just the way she talked that we knew that she came from the hood. So she had that Ebonics type lingo.
And her voice.
And her voice. So But these guys, child, no, they are doing it just for the sole purpose of being like these characters that white people will always like laugh at. Now, do I think that their pages should be taken down? Absolutely not. We live in a free country.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And banning somebody because they make cringy content is a slippery slope because it'll what will be considered to be banned in the future. Like
Right.
this will eventually like, oh, you got to get banned because you're doing this, and you got to be like, I don't think people's pages should be banned. I think that eventually these creators will learn once their relevance run out that this is probably not the best type of content for them. I mean, because it's not, it doesn't evolve into anything. Like you're going to continue to keep on dancing in these places. How long you think you're going to be doing that until people be like, all right, let's call the cops on this motherfucker?
Right.
Like,
Because I would have been called the cops as soon as they walked in. I'm like, oh,
it's
for real?
right. And they said he doing it in front of white people. It's going to take a Karen to be like, excuse me,
He's making me feel really uncomfortable.
not here, not here. Calling the
Not
cops.
here.
I'm leaving.
Not here. He said.
Not you said not here.
Oh God! I wish a Karen would. I have not had an interaction yet, so
Not oh
keep it
no,
that way.
I never had one either, child. And I was in the area where there was a lot of them yesterday, but you know how I survived. Now, one last thing I want to say on this topic also is the whole when people were saying, oh, they're doing it in front of white people. We need to not care how we're perceived by white people too. Like that's another thing too, because I've seen a lot of people saying, "Oh my God, they're doing it in these white spaces. They're doing it in these white spaces, making us look bad." Number one, we are we shouldn't care how we're perceived by whites, and two, we're not monoliths. Okay.
Right.
I think because one of us acts a fool does not mean that we're all fools. Let's be very clear. And white people are responsible to know that. Okay, just because you see one person, because like let's be very clear, like we can turn it back to them. You know, there's people in their communities that be acting a fool. Does that mean the whole white? Well, you know, a lot of them, but not all of y'all. Okay,
Just have to shut
so
up real quick.
and yeah, that almost went back to the whole Will Smith situation because there was a lot of people like, oh my God, why would he do that at the Oscars in front of all those people? I'm like, girl.
Shut up,
Don't,
bitch.
because y'all wouldn't
That's
have
how
said
it.
y'all wouldn't have said nothing if it would have been at the BETs. Let's be very clear. It would have been expected.
Mhm.
Okay. So now, anyway, that's all I had to say about that one. This might be a little quick show today, but let's get into Tommie and her sporadic behavior. Okay. So as reported a couple days ago, I did do a video on this. Tommie Lee, go ahead watch it too. You know, Tommie Lee recently got into a physical altercation with Natalie Nunn and security guards backstage at a Chris Brown concert. Okay. Now, as reported, things got wild after Tommie wanted to speak to Chris Brown's son, and the guards, I guess, stopped her, or he was in the room and Tommie wanted to get in there somehow, but they slammed the door in her face, and that's when things started like things kind of went heated from there.
I would be mad too,
And was cursing out everybody, cursing out the
but
child,
not
saying
like that.
F Chris Brown child. Well, in most recent news, she has apologized to Chris Brown, the son, and the mama for her disparaging comments that she made on that live rant. That live rant. Can I be honest though?
What?
Because it was really when she was girl when she said, "Child, they all look albino." I was like, first of all, Tommie is ableist. Because and that's not funny, girl, but
That shit is funny. It's funny
but that's
now,
wrong.
but it's fucked up. You don't
That
talk
was
about people, kids. You don't talk about
yeah.
them like that. She crazy. I think she doing crack or something. She
Yeah,
gotta be doing drugs
it's more than some weed. Like it's definitely some pills, some perks.
because she
It's
looks sick.
Tina,
Hmm.
honey, the girl be sniffling every chance she get.
She look like she's on drugs.
All them people on Zeus Child, they sniffling. Natalie too, child, because I seen her on live the other day talk about stuff. You wish you had a man. You wish you had him in there. I'm like, girl, what?
Cause she's trying to make her mad. You know, Natalie, she is never gonna like change from being a bad girl. She's gonna be the bad girl forever. You are gonna remember Natalie Nunn. Natalie always, she will get under your skin.
Yeah. They supposed to be gearing up for a fight. I think today is going to be like some type of the Zeus has pay-per-view.
I'm not paying for that shit. I just got a free show when they fought last time. I'm not doing that shit.
Girl, bye.
Why would I do that?
Pay-per-view, girl. We're gonna be watching the clips that's gonna be online. Okay, let's be very clear. We're gonna figure out who's gonna win. I think Natalie gonna win.
I think so too, because that girl do drugs, so the drugs gonna get the best of her.
She gonna come up in there drunk. Cause see, Tommie is probably a street fighter, but I think Natalie trained for this. Like I really do think Natalie trained. So when you know, sometimes your coordination ain't gonna be there in the streets because you think you could just do this. This is boxing, girl. So you gotta make sure that you can pull your punches. Okay. Yeah, I don't see Tommie. I would definitely, if people betting on this thing, child, I would definitely bet on Natalie, but you never know.
I put my money on Natalie too.
You put your money on Natalie, even though I don't really like Natalie like that, because I think Natalie,
Natalie is a hustler. She a money maker. I mean, I wouldn't hang out with her.
She be looking too old for this. Like she be in here like, come on, what's going, girl? You're being a Shawnee. You know how Shawnee just stayed on that show? She was like a producer of Basketball Wives, but she was also like, girl, you're like Andy Cohen. Like, do the reunions. Like, why are you here?
Right. And get my money. But she probably getting more money by putting herself on display too. That producer money and that money. Getting a cut of what they getting and getting her own little producer cut.
I hope when she get about 50-something, 56 maybe, she'll probably like, okay, it's time for me to bow out. I'll be
56. That's old. But Tammy was whooping ass for forever. Remember Tammy from Basketball Wives?
Oh, how old Tammy?
Tammy is old now, but in Basketball Wives, she had to be like in her late 30s.
Yeah, late 30s. I mean, Natalie definitely in her 40s.
Yeah, I think so. Let me see.
Girl, when we get to 50, come on now. When we get to 50, girl, what you gonna do? Because I know you ain't gonna be out here with these young ass 20-somethings. Anyway, these girls need a Yamla. They all do. They need to sit there and pay that fee. Get a Yamla to come up in there, and she need to really talk to Tommie because Tommie's over here spiraling. Okay. Now she apologized, but that is a digital footnote. Like that will follow her for the rest of her career. Like you came for somebody's child.
She's a little
cursed him out, called him albino, said he got a pistol grip. Let me stop. Let me not label everything she said, child, because child. That was just messed up. That was messed up, child. And I think this, just like what's her name, Krishan, something ain't mentally right up here. Ever since Love and Hip Hop, when she was going through 6 different freaking emotions.
You said Krishan? Oh no, that girl. Yes, Tammy. Tammy was what? No, Tammy. She was wilding.
No, I'm talking about Tommie. I said
Tommie.
Yeah, something is mentally. I'm saying just like, but when I brought up Krishan, I was like, you know, just like Krishan, something ain't right with Tommie, because girl, I knew that since Love and Hip Hop, when she was doing all them different personalities and shit, and over here jumping on people, and it was a mess. She was a mess.
She was, when she was dating that guy that had just came home. I think I forgot his name. What was his name? Oh yeah, and I said something wrong with her. She wasn't giving me like Jocelyn crazy. She was giving me like a different type of crazy. Like I'll show up to your house and like psycho crazy.
Psycho crazy.
That's what she was giving. You know, Jocelyn just like, I don't take no shits crazy. Like I will beat your ass. But Tommie was just giving me like.
No, Jocelyn was scared of Tommie though. Jocelyn was definitely scared of Tommie. I remember.
Who ain't scared of no crazy person? You know, crazy people got superhuman strength.
It's because Jocelyn met her maker child. I was like, "Ooh, okay." Now Jocelyn found the one and the two. Okay, and that's what I was a fan of Tommie because of that. Because I ain't like Jocelyn. I needed someone to put Jocelyn in her place, which at the time was Tommie. But girl, you doing too much. You doing too damn much. Come on, let's be very clear. Anyway, speaking of people in their sporadic behavior, look at Chris Brown. He's been like literally on the social media sites, I guess, defending himself to the very end. Oh my God, that was
you?
Yeah, that was me. Oh, you heard that?
Mm-hmm.
Being interrupted, child. I'm doing a whole podcast, but yeah. So basically, we didn't talk about this last week because we didn't have a show. Chris Brown started a conversation. He didn't start a conversation, but a conversation emerged after it was announced that Chloe Bailey and Chris Brown was going to do a song, and a lot of people felt away about it. And Chris Brown took to IG and did a rant and was like, "Oh my goodness!" Like he basically posted all these people that got in trouble for domestic abuse or whatever. And a lot of people are bringing up the whole colorism thing and his past with Rihanna and stuff. And you know, at first, because I went on live to talk about this on the Let's Chat Live, and I was like, well, Chris Brown, he done did his dirt, but I think I think people at some point deserves like a redemption.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, and most recently, like this girl from when he was in London, I guess, said that she wasn't allowed entry because she was black at a Chris Brown I guess a club that Chris Brown was in. I was just like, girl, what is?
I don't know if I believe that.
You don't know if you believe. I mean, like I said, this is all alleged, but this girl came out and said that, and I think he made a response of that. It was like a picture with some girls, and I'm just like, okay, not you could have been like, yo, come over here. Like, let's take a picture real quick. The colorism conversation is kind of still new with Chris Brown. Like, I think that this is very recent. I think there was something that he said. I think it really stemmed from something that he said in the song. I think I don't F with black B words, which look, here's the thing. I think a lot of people that are fans of Chloe Bailey, they don't like Chris Brown. I think that's probably why it got a huge backlash. I didn't even hear the song yet. I mean, I heard someone had sent it to me and was like, I heard it was good. I was like, okay, well,
Okay.
I'll give it a listen. But
Definitely.
what do you feel? How do you feel about Chris Brown? Like,
I'm like Team Rihanna. I'm in the Navy.
you the Navy,
I
right?
am the Navy. I'm a Navy girl. But again, people are, they people. You got to give people a chance to, yeah, like you said, redeem themselves, show themselves. And I've seen him with his children's moms. I mean, from what he posts, and they seem to have a decent relationship. It doesn't seem to be people slip up, and I'm not saying it's okay because
Yeah,
I do not think that that's okay. But people do slip up. People aren't mature enough, and a lot of the times they act before actually thinking about it. And I think that was a situation that he was in, and I don't think that that's like where his mindset is, and that's why he's coming like that because I'm not even there anymore. Like it's something that happened in the past, and that's
yeah.
why he's like, let me bring back these people in the past that you guys are constantly supporting because
Okay.
they've been in the same boat. They've
Mm-hmm.
been in the same boat, but yet y'all go pay for their movies, you go listen to their music, and it's an issue for me. I think he should just let it like roll off his back. Just let
Yeah,
it roll off your back. Cause
yeah,
my nigga, you performing internationally right now. Like, what are you doing? That's
yeah.
what you gotta ask him. What
I
are you
think,
doing?
yeah. The response is like, cause he's like really. I don't know if he's taking this like. I wouldn't say taking it bad, but he's, I guess, returning the energy and saying that, you know what, f this. I don't care what y'all say. I mean, it's weird though because he also saying like, I don't care. I'm still doing my thing. Like I'm out here like touring and worldwide. But you still posted about it. Like at some point, it is kind of getting to him because I think that for a long time, Chris Brown has been, even though he been through, he got canceled when the whole Rihanna situation first started. Throughout his career, he was successful. Like after that little couple, maybe year or two,
It
nobody really,
wasn't even a year or two. It probably was some months. Everybody forgot about it after.
everybody forgot about it, and he ended up performing. That's when he did the tribute to Michael Jackson. He was so upset that he cried during his performance because he couldn't go the previous year when he died because Rihanna was there.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, like his career took off. Like he had bop after bop after bop, and nobody mentioned it for years until I think TikTok has a
Mm-hmm.
lot to do with it. TikTok and Twitter right now, a lot of people are just realizing that hey, colorism is not a good thing, abuse is not a good thing, and we don't support it. And when we see our faves try to work with that person, then that's going to be a problem. I think that this
And
conversation is
you know
nuanced.
what irritates me too?
Mm-hmm.
What irritates my spirit is it's not even the people that grew up in the Chris Brown era. When Chris Brown first came out, like it's y'all new age fucking kids that always got something to fucking say. Yeah, like it's new age kids that always got something to say. Because Chloe's fans aren't like adults. They probably like what? Their 20s, their early 20s.
Yeah, and they're just hearing the tail end of what happened
Right. But
years ago.
not getting a background story. You weren't even
Mhm.
there, honestly.
I mean, there was a whole conversation. Like there was an interview. He did a documentary
Hmm.
talking and explaining his thing. Like he did when it comes to the colorism thing. We're gonna put a pin on that. But when it comes to the Rihanna situation, he did a whole documentary talking about it and saying how he was wrong for what he did. He explained the situation that he should have went about it a different way. They done made up. They done did a song together. Now I'm hearing they actually dated for a little bit.
They did it afterwards. She went back.
And look, this is not excuse. This is not me excusing anything. Okay, that was really, really, and I never want to be the person to be like, well, what did she do? Because there was a lot of people like, well, what did she do? What did she say to get hit? Absolutely not. We're not doing that. But yeah, I do think that people deserve to still work. I think that he's an artist. He makes music. He does collaborations. You know, this is a business.
At the end of the day.
And yeah, and Chloe needs a hit.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
Y'all over here, y'all saying, "Oh my goodness, like why she working with him? Why she working with him?" And that's another thing. Y'all trying to find any other reason to discredit Chloe. Let's be very clear because
I
nobody
need
said
my coins. That's why I'm working with
yeah,
him.
nobody said nothing to Drake, and when they worked together, they did No Guidance. Nobody said nothing to Thugger when they did that song that they did recently. Like he's been doing collaborations.
Yeah, he been that dude. I'm sorry. Not
So
my favorite person.
yeah, no, and
But
let's be very clear. I don't mess with Chris Brown at all. Let's be very clear. There's a couple of songs I ain't gonna lie. Back in the day when he did his little pop era, I got them songs. They not
okay, I bought a couple of CDs.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm not buying no whole CD. But
Oh, this is when CDs was hot. I was
no,
buying
back
my CDs.
in
It was in high school. I had to give you my CDs.
you have to understand that Chris Brown is not going anywhere. He is an artist. He's at the point you could do this with like a new person, like someone new that came in, child. They ain't got the hits.
You could have even had this with Tory Lanez.
Yeah,
Go ahead, have
they
fun.
got him out of there, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Because I don't mess with the new. I was keep that leprechaun under in the jail. Because
Damn,
no,
his
I
whole
was
career is over.
oh
I wonder how
yeah.
that feels.
Well,
I'm going to
speaking of
jail.
damn near, speaking of Tory Lane's child, they done postponed his hearing, his hearing,
Sentencing.
his sentencing. Yeah, there we go.
Oh my God.
Child, if that man
Because they had to get R. Kelly. R. Kelly got some more
if he get
years.
3 bands, he gonna be like 50.
Damn. That's so crazy. You was a popping ass artist fucking with celebrities. You was fucking a celebrity. Now you about to be in prison getting fucked by them. Cause it's
Hold on, wait. Whoa. Now we hold on.
I'm over here like, damn, them showers gonna be.
Oh, we gotta keep it PG. Well, he got a short fuse, so he'll defend himself, hopefully. Or probably
With no gun.
he'll probably
I'm sorry. With no gun.
Child, not with no gun. He'll probably be put in a federal prison. You know, celebrities, they get in the good prisons. They get that place that Martha Stewart was at.
Yeah, but what if you're there for 20 years? I'm not about to put you in a nice place for 20 years.
Well,
you about to be with everybody else. You better sing for your life.
Child. Speaking of people going to jail, you heard about that Weinstein? Weinstein done with the child. He got life.
He gonna kill himself.
That's like he only got 3 more days. He looked like he about to go today.
Yeah, that's sad.
Is it?
No.
He did that to all them people.
Hell no, that shit ain't sad. It's another one for Black people. Happy Black History Month, y'all.
On a lighter note, so SZA has started her tour. I'm here for it. I definitely seen some clips. I love when she did like a song where she was like in a damn boat floating in the damn audience. I was like, this is some cute ass shit. And she was singing, I don't know what song she was singing, but it was like from her old album. I was like, yo, that's cool. But a lot of people were kind of clowning her dancing skills because you know she's an R&B singer. She doesn't like R&B singers aren't known for dancing, but she did do a couple of dance numbers for for her.
You funny.
What do you mean? What I say? What I say?
She did do a couple of.
I'm not being shady.
It
Wow.
was it was given very much shady, but it's cool though. Continue.
I am a SZA fan. Okay, I was not shady her. But there was a lot of people on Twitter talking about something. Y'all paid Beyonce prices to see her lip sync. Cause look, I'm gonna say this. I did hear her, and look, we know. I think people are starting to now notice that when you be singing too good, oh no, that's lip syncing. Like she was definitely lip syncing on some of those. And I think the problem was she literally dropped the album in December and it's still February. Like she had no time to really rehearse a tour. This is why Nicki actually canceled her tour when she did Queen, because she dropped Queen so late, she didn't have enough time to like but
Prepare
that's
for a tour.
yeah, and that's why she canceled it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was so upset. But we got our money back, so I'm good. But yeah, she basically said, if y'all want me to just sit up here on the stage and lip sync, then you get what I'm saying. But she never gave us a
Yeah,
tour.
I
Never
gotta
said,
learn my album. I mean, I recorded
right.
the song, but I gotta learn my album.
That's why you say like Beyonce, she done came out with her tour like literally a year after. I wouldn't say a year, but like she dropped it in June, so she had like the rest of 2020 to like really get like rehearse and
She
everything.
has a year because don't the tour start in June or in
Right. So that
July?
is, so, yeah, you right. Yeah. So she it is a year. I
Mm-hmm.
think SZA, if she was gonna go that dancing route, she should have waited a little bit longer. But I think it was.
I'm sorry.
I think it wasn't up for. I'm not trying to be shady because this is not her.
It's
I think
coming off shady,
this.
and it's funny.
My God, child, this gonna be a video clip on the YouTube page. I'm not. Look, okay. Here's the thing. I don't think that it was her. I think that maybe it's the label trying to be like, okay, well, we were supposed to have been had this album out, so you need to drop. You need to do this tour, and you need to figure out what you want to do for this tour.
What I think they should have did with her is if they were gonna pull that stunt, and I hate to do this to my girl because my girl don't dance like that, but
Yeah.
she got her little shit. She should have pulled a Rihanna and got some popping ass dancers. No, for real. And just did her little wherever you fit in, hop in. You know what I'm saying? Oh, your hand going
Okay.
up like this, my hand going up like this too. And I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna sing. But that's what you should
Yeah.
have did. You should have sat in your prettiness. You tried to be something totally
She was.
not
She
you.
was. I was like, oh, okay, all right, all right. But see, yeah, it lacks in the vocals because
Yeah.
you're not
You're
really
not
in sync.
prepared for that. Yeah, that's not you. That's not your mood. You should have relied on your vocals and your pretty ass fucking face and hit
Yeah.
a couple of 1-2 steps. You know what I'm saying? Pop your booty a
That's what
little
they
bit.
came here for. They came here for the vocals. They came to hear the actual album, and
We don't want you to dance, girl. We don't
yeah,
need that. Thank you, but no thank
it was
you.
a little two step here and there. But that's you're
Yeah,
like the Mariah Carey. I wouldn't say you're the Mariah Carey, but you know Mariah Carey. She knows.
I'm not a dancer, so I'm gonna
Not,
sit right here on this stool and I'm about to sing for y'all.
and she'll give her, "We belong together,"
Or
and that's all. You,
maybe I think she was trying to make the experience fun for her or like a little better for them. That was
okay,
the move. She should have probably went with I don't know if she had live music. She
like
should have
when
probably did like instead of like a recording of her song or whatever, like live music, like a
yeah,
band.
like a
That
band.
would have been
I didn't
different.
see any. I didn't see any, so it didn't like she had any. So
Yeah, that's where she should have just did one of the songs, maybe a popular song. See, I should just be her like marketing and what the fuck am I?
okay,
But
come
like
on.
get one of her like poppin' songs, right? Or the one where you said she was in the boat. Do that, girl. I like that idea. That boat is fun. It's
That was
exciting.
cute. Or do like sequences like that. Like she could have
Yes,
been
and
there.
then had your live band with your
Mhm.
boat, and it would have been like the best part because you would have been belting out with a live band. You
Yeah,
just fucked up, girl.
and you got to do it again and again and again because girl, this is your tour started. It just
No,
started.
for real.
She about to come to Philly soon. I know. I think it's somewhere in March. I was about to get it,
I would love to go see her.
but yeah, I'm trying to conserve my money, and I already, child, I had to pay the second payment for this damn Beyonce concert, child. I'm like, damn, I got this. That's what you do when you got quad pay.
Yes, I just finished paying off my festival ticket, which I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to go. I might have to get my money back.
Oh, get your money back, child.
Yeah, so I gotta train for this job. So
Oh, okay. Oh, we big and better. Okay, I'm trying. Look.
okay, bigger and better, huge.
Okay, but speaking of, since we're talking about singers and artists and stuff like that, we'll get into Nicki. Now,
Oh Lord,
Nicki,
Nikki,
I'm here for
Auntie
look. Now,
Nikki,
I'm a bar. We mean back to Nicki. We'll be talking. Oh,
Auntie Nikki. I said
not Auntie Child.
she the rich auntie.
She is. So she previewed her new track Red Ruby the Sleaze in a Instagram post on Thursday, February 23rd, and fans immediately recognized the sample of Lummy D's 2003 summer anthem "Never Leave
If
You."
you want me to
Be
stay.
the She
Excuse me.
now, did you hear it?
No, I didn't. You know, I'm not a Nicki fan. I would have heard it from somebody else. I'm
No.
not really. I'm just like I don't like Beyonce like that. Like I listen to her shit, but
Mm-hmm.
it does nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to see them. I would love if I met them. I wouldn't pass out or anything. I'd be like, oh my god, I saw them.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, it's
Like,
okay.
can
It's
I get a
okay.
picture?
Right,
One
right,
of
right.
those.
Right. No, I think that it's great that you are not really fans of a lot of these girls, because like sometimes we be having people on the show. When I don't need people that's too much of a fan of them, because then it's like, okay, when it's time to check them on something,
They feelings in it.
yeah. So yeah, you good. Now with Nicki, so she's dropping her single next week, and she's gonna give us a new Queen Radio episode. So we'll probably talk about that on Saturday.
Ooh.
I can't, but see, here's the thing. I'm glad that she's coming out with new music. I hope they're saying that this is a single. I want her to say that this is a single because it's time. It's time for that fifth album.
Let's do it, baby.
But when it comes to Queen Radio, I gotta be honest. We gotta keep it PG. And what I mean by that is because sometimes when Nicki be coming back from her little hiatuses, child, something happens. She get into an argument with somebody, and
Nigga.
then she go right back in hiatus.
She was just with what's her name? Ra Ali in Trinidad.
Oh, Ra Ali was there?
It was in a car together, video, you know, she had
Oh,
her they best friend. I said, oh, y'all still friends? That's cute. Y'all messy hoes.
okay. Well, she had a look. Went to the same doctors, right? Let me say, but you don't look like
Okay.
Ra. No, but for real. I think that, and look, this is not me trying to tone Nicki or anything like that, tone police her. I think that we want a smooth rollout. We need this music, and I think that this is the right time. Even though lottery ticket is buzzing a little bit because she kind of pissed me off with this damn Billboard interview talk about something. I just feel disappointed. Like, you like someone and you think that you're a fan of someone, and someone doesn't see you in the same light. Lottery ticket, shut your ass up. Okay, don't.
She's never gonna see you in the same light because y'all are not in the same light. Like
Oh, oh,
I'm just saying, like I said, she's not my favorite, but y'all not the same.
yeah.
Like there's no comparison. She
And
can acknowledge you.
yeah,
Hey girl, how you doing? I seen you doing your thing and keep it
but
moving.
yeah, but I just felt like that interview with, I mean, that question, the person that asked her what happened, what's going on with you and Nicki, or whatever the case is, girl, shady as hell. And for a lot of them to sit there and say that, girl, you leaked the damn recording conversation of her that you had with her. You sat there and came for her age. Like, yeah, she not gonna see you in the same light. I don't think you're a fan. Like, it's
No,
really
you're a hater.
these girls be like, because as soon as she be like, nah, I'm not gonna do a song with you, then it's problems. So I think Nicki needs to ignore those people. Do your little shade, on the Queen Radio. Like, do your little innuendos. Come on, we can't handle Twitter beefs again. We got to
Okay.
keep it real PG. We got to do this rollout got to be perfect, okay? Because I'm ready for this fifth album, okay? And I think the song really, I think you should really hear. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
I heard a couple of her. I was like, Okay, all right. About to make these bitches rap again.
Okay.
Okay. Cause if one thing Nicki gonna give you bars.
She be having the bars. I ain't gonna hold
She be
you.
having the bars. Like, come
She just a
on.
crazy, hot-headed person.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
only thing with her. I'm like, I don't
I
like
think
that
she
too much.
I think she has rights. She has right to that though. Like and I say that because I remember I seen this old clip when she was on American Idol. And like she was
Who?
when Nicki was on American Idol when she was like
She was?
she was a
Oh
judge.
no. Oh, Judge. I was like,
Yeah,
I
she
didn't
wasn't
watch
on
that.
there.
I was about to say,
It was
damn,
her.
Nicki.
It was. You remember when her and Mariah Carey like they was
Oh
beefing?
yes.
Yeah.
So it's something wrong with you. That's why I said I don't really.
Well, no. Here's the thing, because no, that's not. That was my example of that was to bring up the fact that when she was congratulating an artist that was performing for the competition, she cited Whitney and Mariah. This is like literally after they had their little blowout.
Mm-hmm.
Like the amount of, and looking back, I was like, yo, Nicki she really used to not say nothing, and she used to really be humble at one point.
Oh, she got tired of it.
It's to a point, yeah, where it's like, bitch, I ain't gotta do shit. I'm like, I did everything. I didn't say too much. I didn't, I got into my beefs, but like even with her own beefs with other rappers, like she kept it real poised. Fuck these hoes, and I'm on and I'm on that type of time with her now.
Mm.
So if she wanna go off, but look, don't go too off the rail. That's because that's when you got to go back in hiatus for a couple months, and then we ain't gonna see you for a long time. Like, just keep it at bay, okay? And I hope the Barbs understand when y'all, because I know y'all about to get in this comments like, well, she can do whatever she want. Okay, we get it.
She can.
But look, we got to get this album out. All right. Okay, we almost done, child. Well, Drake
trying to
retired.
get my life together.
How you feel about Drake retiring though?
I don't know. I love Drake. I actually went to a party that yesterday. It was like a Drake themed type situation. It was like a lot of Drake music being played.
Oh,
I never noticed how much I liked Drake. I'm like, all his shit hits. I'm like, damn from the mixtape. I really love him.
Oh, okay,
And that would hurt my feelings if he just retired, but
would it really?
no, not really. But but like I would be expecting a little bit of Drake, like just like how Fabulous got us waiting for music. We didn't get a summertime shootout in forever. I've been waiting on forever. So I don't know. A lot of people will miss him though, because he is like the extra swag on an album.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a rapper, a singer. Like, what you about to do now? I mean, unless he's like, I'm pretty sure he's invested in like some companies or some businesses. So I think he's okay.
Well, he could do the Diddy route and become like a producer and stuff. But
I was thinking that.
Don't do like Diddy be doing, because Diddy be having his artists like just for dead, honey. Stay the artists that be under Diddy, they either broke dead.
That's sad.
Or, that's about it. Broke dead. So be better than the previous generation.
Okay.
Music producers. I would love that.
I would love that for him, and I think he would actually produce some popping ass artists. I don't know if you listen to like Division. Division is a pretty good like group that he signed. I think, is it Party Next Door signed to him?
I think so.
Right, like he has those
OVO.
artists.
What do you call it, OVO or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he has his artists, and I mean, maybe that's what you should do. Take a step back.
But I also think that he's realizing that, not like a huge decline, but he does know that, I only serve my niche now. Like the general public, and I'm not trying to say that he's getting any type of heat. Like his albums are doing well, of course, but he's reached his peak in a sense, like far as the general public. He's gonna always have his base. Like his base is gonna always buy his music. Like they'll play anything. Like literally, if you look at the album before the joint album with because we don't really see it
21.
with the 21, but the one before then when he was doing a lot of those different type of sounds, and everybody was like, "Girl, what the is this?" His fans were still eating it up. That's when he was doing a lot. He was doing like club music and stuff, and they said, "Girl, is Drake trying to say Happy Pride? Like, what is all this like all this Hogan music, child? Like, what's man?"
Stop.
I was like, okay, but no, he should definitely bow out and do other venture into other things. I mean, it's time for new artists to take the spotlight. Hopefully, this next generation of artists will be better. Because, girl, what I'm seeing so far is just not. It's not giving what it's supposed to have gave. People are. I think music might be done.
Might be.
It might be done.
Did he just sign this new artist? Apparently, he got a new record label.
Good luck.
Yeah, I looked and it's I don't know.
It's not. They're not giving it their all. Like the last generation to do that was the 2010s era we had. And I'm talking about every artist. I'm talking about white, black, whatever. We had Nicki in that era. We had remnants of Beyonce and Rihanna. They ruled the 2010s era. If you want to go to the white people, okay, we had Taylor, Gaga, Katy. These girls, even the white girls ain't doing it. Like Ava Max, Kim Petras, girl, Sam Smith. I mean, who are like what are you doing? You're not doing it. You're not doing it. Y'all be making these one little popcorn songs that'll get trending on TikTok, and then the whole album be trash. Harry, like, I mean, he got album of the year, but I'm sorry, he only got 3 playable songs on that album.
I still haven't listened to that album.
Like, the girls are not giving it. They're not giving it.
Not. They don't care anymore.
And I think that's why music is really gonna die. Like, it's gonna get to a point where being an artist is not even a thing to want to be anymore, because it's not possible. Maybe social media has to blame in this, because a lot of music labels want to pander to TikTok.
Yeah.
Whoever uses the sound the most, like that, because now it's starting to generate like how many views they get on TikTok with the songs. Like, it helps with their streams and stuff. We're at a really boring and lackluster time right now.
That's how I feel. This generation sucks.
Yeah.
So boring.
Not so boring. Yeah, it's so boring that we are starting conversations that, girl, what? So, okay, so apparently on Twitter, there was this podcast, this woman podcast. I'm like, okay, before we be coming for the men on their podcast because they be saying anything, but now we got the women on the podcast talk about it's gay for men to smoke a hookah.
Oh, what?
I think the whole thing of it is like, oh, well, it requires a lot of work to because look, I smoke hookah all the time. Yeah, I'm saying, like, when it gets to the end, child, you gotta really have that horsepower,
lung power. But okay. It's a lung. Oh, okay, I see where they're going. But still, like, you gotta have like lung power. It's more so it's them smoking. So if that's the case, is smoking a cigarette there?
No, I mean, no. They said they prefer like men should just smoke like a Dutch or something, or a weed, and not a hookah.
Girl, shut up. I'm like, yo,
this was like, first of all, hookahs it's not even our thing, isn't it? Like, isn't it like Indian or?
It's like it's like a Middle Eastern
type thing. Like, girl, it adopted into our culture because we like going to the hookah lounges now. You know, that's
hookah.
That used to be my thing back in the day, child. I used to always, when I was in my first college, there was this lounge, because Pennsylvania is just known for lounges, not the bars that be serving hookahs. That's so boring. I meant the actual lounge where you just sitting on bean bags and it's like real dark lighting.
Oh,
I used to go every day of the goddamn week. Oof, my lungs. But that shit used to be lit. Okay. I think that is so strange. And then for Saucy Santana to like co-sign and be like, yeah, well, I feel like unless you're a gay boy, you shouldn't be smoking no damn hookah. Like, girl, I'm like, not Saucy Santana with the 4 BBLs and the goddamn makeup and hair extensions. And talking about He did have a couple BBLs.
Saucy. That was my girl. Saucy. You fucked up with that one.
Girl, what is this? I feel bad to be a straight man because it's like that's adds to another long list of what y'all shouldn't be doing. It was people on Twitter because this whole conversation is like, well, I just feel like it's a little zesty for dudes to have crab legs. Why are you so happy to get some crab legs?
What? They can't eat no crab legs. It's food.
No, I don't know if it's a joke or people are really being serious on Twitter, but it's this thing of like saying, oh, I feel like it's zesty to do this, or I feel like it's zesty to do that. Like, oh, why do you want to have a margarita? Like,
because I like margaritas, bitch.
it's just it's so weird. This discourse is so weird on social media. I think that and we're gonna see a lot of people like falter to it. Like, there's gonna be a lot of men that's gonna be like, well, I don't want no hookah because and I think that's so crazy. I don't know.
That's weird. That's just like with the white sauce situation. Or I don't eat white sauce. What the fuck?
Why? Because it looks like something else.
Right.
Child, people are just immature. That's what it is.
Shit.
Immature. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to talk about on social media. They just want to make shit, just start shit on social media. Girl or boy, smoke your hookah. There's nothing wrong with that, child. Is very much okay. Because people that literally go outside and actually touch on some grass understands that the world is not as one-dimensional as you think that it is.
It's not. They would hate it in France because the Frenchmen are just a little.
Okay.
I be questioning them like, damn, like y'all really don't give a fuck about nothing here. No gender, anything. Okay, okay.
I'm here for it, champ.
All right.
Anyway, that's it for this episode. I really enjoyed my time, champ.
Oh, I love being here. This is where I decompress after a long week. So
yeah, we gotta decompress because if we don't do it, if we don't talk our emotions, that's why I love doing the show because it's like it's a way for me to like express how I'm feeling, how I'm doing, and to talk. I love having a co-host because I don't want to just talk about it with myself, child. I want to talk to somebody, and have that reciprocated. So glad to be a part of it, and we ain't going nowhere.
Period.
All right, y'all. See y'all next week.